Gosh, it still is February, and there may be a little bit of lake effect to contend with too, but not everywhere. Let's take a peek at your Monday. How about that? 10th of February we're up to, and the computer is suggesting a high temperature of 25 degrees out there this afternoon, and I will go right along with that. I think that's where we're going to end up at Buffalo Niagara International this afternoon. And it's going to feel a little chillier than that. We have a little bit of a breeze accompanying those readings as well. It's not going to be like a super strong wind, but just enough to make it feel more brisk. The satellite and radar picture, we still have some lake effect flurries coming down across eastern sections of the Great Lakes region, but this stuff is going to start to wind down. In fact, if you look back to the west here off Lake Michigan, there's really nothing coming in off the lake. So likewise, the same thing's going to happen here this afternoon. And that cold front you see depicted there, which is starting to sweep across Lake Michigan, is going to be doing exactly the same thing here tomorrow, but it is moisture starved. So I really think the chances of catching any precipitation out of it are extremely limited. Little or no precip associated with the passage of that front tomorrow. Here's your hour by hour for today. We have lots of clouds out there. The flurries that have been showing up, at least on radar this morning, should dissipate as we go through the afternoon hours. There may be a few odd breaks in the cloud cover. I mean, it's not like it's going to be bright and sunny all afternoon, but maybe a few glimpses depending on where you're at. For the overnight, cloudy skies. There's just a slight chance of a flurry during the overnight. In fact, one's depicted here in the central portions of the area, maybe up toward Marilla and maybe down even into some of the south towns, Hamburg, Orchard Park, and East Aurora. But that doesn't last too long. And then tomorrow, pretty much a day very much like today. We've got some clouds going on. The computer's suggesting some breaks in the clouds as we work through the afternoon hours, and essentially pretty much dry as we go through the Tuesday time frame here. Now on Wednesday, that changes. Later in the day, we start to get into more widespread moisture. A storm passing well south of the area may brush like McKean and Potter County with a few snow showers early in the day, but this is going to be widespread stuff. Snow and even the pinkish shade indicative of a wintry mix. Now, the computer models have been really at odds as to the track of the storm, and that's going to determine what type of precipitation we get out of it and how much. The European is trying to move the center of the storm directly to the northwest of our area, so we would be on the warm side of the storm, so that cuts down on the snowfall chances, more of a wintry mix. There might even be a few pockets of plain rain temporarily Wednesday night, especially to the south of the city. It's trying to produce a little bit of freezing rain here too. In fact, even building the amount at Westfield up to about 1/10 of an inch. Now, the U.S. model, on the other hand, has tried to move the storm a little bit farther southward, so that increases the chances of some fairly significant snow. However, I noticed in this last update that just came in, it is starting to kind of trend more toward the European. So it is still trying to produce a fair amount of snow up near the Lake Ontario shoreline, but then the amounts really kind of dwindle as you go south of the city because there will be more of a mix in those areas. 23 degrees at the airport right now, more teens showing up across the interior. Your forecast for today. A few morning flurries out there. They're not going to add up to much. Maybe a dusting. That's about it at the most. Lingering clouds, some odd breaks this afternoon, 21 in the hills, 26 in Lake Ontario. And then as we get you into tomorrow, a mostly to partly cloudy day, 30 degrees. We start to get that widespread snow and wintry mix in here by later Wednesday afternoon. It continues Wednesday night and Thursday, and then that mixture starts to go back over to snow showers during the afternoon with a falling temperature during the day, a morning high of 36 degrees. And yeah, we're down to 24 degrees on Friday for Valentine's Day. Scott?
How lovely.